Taser. Taser is a unique example of a stock that moved up very rapidly and formed a high tight flag, and you could be buying it, that first one, and it takes off and runs again and forms another. It's 3 weeks tight, but it really is another high tight flag. Then it runs up some more, and it's another high tight flag. And of course, from that one, the stock probably goes up 4 times, 32 up to almost 130. And you do get a climax run in here. And we said to sell it because you get a climax run, that huge wide spread that is probably wider than any other week the stock's had since that move that started at $9 and it's now up to the $68 or $70 area. When you have a climax top, there's one way to judge what happens afterwards. On a true climax top, you should have pretty heavy volume for the several weeks afterwards. In other words, it is a true top, and there's a lot of volume selling in and around that and after the run-up. In this case, the volume was down the first week and down more the second week and down more the third week, which tells you that maybe this was premature and wasn't totally a climax top with the heavy volume that you would normally expect. I would suggest that you get a number of climax tops and study them and see how the volume behaves in the 2, 3, 4 weeks after the climax run, because most of them will have heavy volume, will drift off pretty steadily and pretty rapidly. When it drifts off and dries up, that's a different animal. So you may want to get some comparisons there to try to see the difference between what we're talking about. In other words, that third week of volume, how much was it compared to that blue week volume? It probably was substantially less, so there's no real selling going on there, and the stock turns. And probably what happened is another huge earnings report came out or some good news, or the stock just wasn't ready to top yet. So it takes off and runs, and you get another buy point is what you get. Now, finally, you get enormous volume, and it just breaks like mad. So you're selling into that as quick as you recognize what's happening. And hopefully that can be anywhere from 120 to 110 or 110 to 105 and not 90 to 80.